What is going on, fellas? Man, we're back again, guys. Saturday 6 p.m. Put it in your calendar. We're gonna be here every week for as long as I can see, man. And you guys seen at the title of the video, guys, what do I think is the best guard build to use in the stage? Now, if you guys are coming to this video from my TikTok, I said over there, I said I'm on my 4th guard build, almost my 5th. So if you guys are gonna ask anyone about what the best build in the stage is, I'm your guy. As y'all can see here, man, I got my first guard build I made the first day of the game. I made this build like a two-way type of build because I was annoyed this build had no defense. And then I made this build, the no excel build. And then I made the floor spacing slasher. That was my recent video. So guys, that is 4 guard builds right there and counting, guys. I don't know when I'm gonna make another one, but I am gonna make another one soon because the current guard build that I'm using that I think is my best build, it does have some faults. It does have some downfalls that, you know, I think you could repair. Now, before I get into dissecting these builds, guys, you guys got to understand everybody has a different play style. You might not play like me, so one build that works for me might not work for you guys. You guys got to know the way you play and work to your strengths and make sure you have that type of build. So getting started, we're going to go into the first build that I made. Now, those being about 2 months into the game, guys, I still believe this is probably my most well-rounded build for wagers, but it's not the one that I do use. Like, I look at all my builds and I chop them all up and I think, like, what are their like strong points, what are their weaknesses, what is this guard build missing that this other one has? So take a look at this build real quick, guys. I got the 75 driving dunk, 94 3 ball, 95 ball handle, 92 speed with ball, 87 PA, and it's got the 93 acceleration and absolutely no defense. So here's some gameplay with this build, guys. I don't use this build very often anymore, so this gameplay is a little bit old. This is way before I mastered L2 cancel, so I'm not moving how I am now on this build. But like at the time, I was very like ahead of the curve. Even on this build, is my patch 1 build, the first build I ever used. I'm on the 10K with it, man. So first, let's talk about what this build has that my other builds don't, like the strongest points of this build. The 75 driving dunk. Although I do have a 93 driving dunk build, the 75 driving dunk is honestly the threshold if you want to be able to dunk the ball on the game. It also has the 87 PA, and that's the only build that has it. And you guys know, if you guys are new here, man, I stress bailout a lot. Like, I do think bailout is one of the best badges every year. Honestly, this year I'm starting to lean towards not having it. I'm getting used to not having it. I'm barely bailing out anymore, and when I do, it's almost not usually a turnover, so I do get away with it at times. But let's talk about the weaknesses for this build guide. The first one, if you guys notice, I did make this build the first hour of the game. I did not put a standing dunk on my build, guys. And you guys see that I have a 92 speed with ball. Some animations, there was animations in the store for dribble style that you needed 92 speed with ball, so I didn't go 91 how I did on every other build. So I did go 92 on this one, which I could have ticked that down to 91 and got a standing dunk on this build. So yeah, guys, it's missing a standing dunk, and also the 3-pointer is only a 94. I know some of you guys are probably like, what do you mean only 94? 94 is a pretty low 3-ball in this game, guys. If you pay attention to the best guards on the game and the builds they use, almost all of them have at least a 96, guys. But the 94 3-ball, in my opinion, is serviceable. You could do just fine with it. Anything lower than 94 for a guard build, definitely a no-go. Like, there's no way you're gonna do that. 94 is the threshold that you get gold agent 3s, and you guys know the meta this year is fading 3s. This is the only build that I have that actually has the 93 Excel, guys. It's got that 93 Excel, the 87 speed, so it gets Hall of Fame speed booster. And yes, there is a difference between having no Excel and having it. Even though you have Hall of Fame speed booster, you do feel the speed difference. Do I think it's enough to go the 93 Excel route? No, I don't. So yeah, guys, if you guys are thinking about making a new guard build at this point in the game, definitely go no Excel. I'm still riding on that. I know in my video of no Excel, I did say it's not worth it, but if you have the VC and you're trying to make the best build possible, you should definitely be going no Excel. I'm not saying no Excel, I mean the lowest Excel where you still get Hall of Fame speed booster. Now, guys, for my second guard build that I made this year, absolutely heinous. I'm actually embarrassed I made this build, and I shouldn't even be showing you guys but I'm just throwing it in here so you guys don't make the same mistakes I did. So here we go. We got a two-way 3-point shot creator, guys. This is at the point of the game where defense was so incredibly overpowered that I wanted to put defense on my build, and I put a whole shit ton of defense, guys. I was 7-foot wingspan, so I only have an 87 3 ball, which in my opinion, you could still hit with 87 3 ball. You could even fade off the rip with it. You just gotta know your jump shot, and you gotta know it well. This build does only get gold playmaking. It doesn't even do 93. I don't know why I went 92 for some reason. I don't even get the gold killer combos how I do on my flip spits and slasher. And as you guys can see, I upgraded the driving dunk only to a 33. If this build would have had a 36 driving dunk, it would still be usable. But since I didn't go 36 driving dunk, it's not. I gotta just throw it in the trash can. I might as well just delete it when I need space to make a new build if I ever get to that point. Honestly, don't think I will. Now I pretty much use this build. If I do ever get on it, it's for shits and giggles to get on my play like lockdown in the stage, and I basically run like 2 guards on offense and play with subpar defense on defense. So yeah, guys, don't make a build like this. I'm just showing you guys so you don't make the same mistake I did. Now guys, now we're on to my third guard build, which is honestly probably my favorite one that I use for my wagers. I use like for stage, usually when I'm on stream. This is the build I'm going to. And this is the build I showcased in an earlier video, man, the no excel guard build. I know I did talk down on it at times, but after I learned and master L2 cancel, the speed difference I don't even feel it anymore. As you guys can see, I got the 77 acceleration, guys. I only get silver blow by, but I have absolutely no trouble getting open every play on this build. The main thing on this build, guys, you guys see it, that 98 3 ball. You get the Hall of Fame agent 3s, guys. The only thing I don't like about this build, obviously, is you guys can see the PA, a 74, the driving dunk, it's only a 65. And of course, like all my other builds, I have absolutely no defense on it. Using a 98 3 ball is probably one of my most favorite things to do when it next to like dunking on my slasher. 98 3 ball, man, you could shoot from anywhere whenever you want on it. Like, I'm tired of these dudes spouting nonsense talking about, oh, you only need a 94 3 ball. Dude, 98, it's night and day versus the 94. I hit shots on this build that I would never hit on my 94 3 ball. So let's talk, guys. What is this build lacking? You guys see it has the standing dunk, which is very important, but this 65 driving dunk is a complete letdown on this game. Now, I'm not entirely sure if it's due to my silver blow by, but I don't think it is. I think 65 driving dunk is just very bad. If I could remake this build, I might even go 36 driving dunk just because I barely dunk the ball now. Like, I've become so consistent at shooting, guys, where it's that I don't even think to dunk the ball anymore. Even if I have this step on a defender, I will pull up for a front fade mid-range before I go into the paint to dunk with this build. Like, I could tell you guys right now, guys, the threshold you need if you want to be able to dunk the ball very well in this game is a 75. I wouldn't go any lower. You get the reverses off one at that, and that's probably the best dunk in the game. Now, guys, moving on to my last guard build that I have made thus far, and it's probably the fan favorite build, guys. The floor spacing slasher, 6'2", 6'8" wingspan, the burly guard himself. Now look, guys, I'm gonna tell you guys this now. Are you gonna have the most fun on this build? Yes, you are. Are you gonna win the most games on this build on the stage? Probably not. So this build does run 93 driving dunks. You unlock almost all contact dunks, which are a lot of fun on this game. But to get that 93 driving dunks, you gotta take hard hits in other places. You only got a 92 3 ball on this build, only a 77 PA, and you got gold playmaking. You don't even get Steve Francis, only 93 ball handle. So you have all gold playmaking. The upside of this build is that you do get a lot of defense. I know a lot of you guys say that isn't defense, but that's all you need if you're guarding a corner. You got the interior D, you got the block, you got the D board. No one's scoring on you in the paint. And then you only got 86 speed, 83 excel. It's a low excel build, and you don't even get Hall of Fame speed booster. Do you feel the speed difference? Of course you do. There is a drop off, but do I think it's an excessive amount where it's like unplayable? No. It's definitely still viable. You're definitely not gonna have a problem getting open. You're not gonna be blaming your speed for why you can't get open. One thing I do need to add, guys, though, the 96 stamina, because you only have a 93 ball handle. You can't get the Hall of Fame handles for days. You do feel the stamina. You 100% do feel the stamina on this build. Probably the weakest side of this build is the stamina. You guys gotta take your first shot almost every time. You have the open dunk. Don't try to be a circus player. Don't try to run out and shoot a backwards fadeaway like you can on the Hall of Fame build. you got to just take the dunk, man. You got to take what the defense gives you. When you get badge, you could get frivolous like that, do what you want. But one of the major upside of this build is probably this is the easiest build to get badge on. If you guys didn't know, the way you get takeover has to do a lot with your badge DNA. Obviously, you get the 93 ball and 90 speed with ball. They're going to skew you towards being an assist maker. You're going to always get more takeover for assists. But as you can see, you get your dunk is higher than any other build. Like guys, when I dunk the ball in this build, I'm getting like 22%. So that's 5 dunks for badge. I know it might seem like a lot, but obviously you're going to be throwing assists, you're going to be throwing in some threes in there. I get badge in this build faster than any other build. One thing I can tell you guys about this build, if you're playing in the stage, it's very good, guys. When you're playing against people who know you and they know your playstyle on this build, like I'm playing a party series, then it gets very one-dimensional. You guys saw I only have it a 77 midi, and it does make playing offense kind of hard, because the second you make any sign that you're gonna go dunk the ball, dudes will try to just meet you at the rim and cut you off. And usually if you have a high midi, you can like kind of like do a front fade, a backwards fade, something like that at the mid-range level. But on this build, guys, my midi's not upgraded yet, so it does hurt me. You do get a 77 midi. I've yet to try it, and I probably never will, guys, but mid-range is definitely something you should be putting on all your guard builds. I'd say at least about an 80. The shot you want to have in your arsenal so you can get that green machine early. Now guys, taking everything I like from each build and trying to squeeze it on to one singular build, guys, this is what I'm going to show you guys. If I'm going to make another guard build after learning everything that I have about this builder, this is what I would do. You do take a major hit on cap breakers, but you guys gotta try the 6'4". I know I've yet to use it, but the dudes that have 6'4", they do hit way more contested shots more consistently. When I say that, I'm not saying go ahead and go shoot in people's faces and think you're gonna green. I'm talking about like you're gonna shoot shots you think are open, but they happen to be late contest. You're gonna have a higher chance of making them on a 6'4". All right, guys, here are the main pointers, guys. Driving layup, you gotta go 75 because 95 balling in the Hall of Fame, playmaking badge, you need it. 36 driving dunk is the minimum you need. Your guy's not gonna dunk the ball. Like you're not gonna get driving dunks unless you're wide the fuck open, but you will get standing dunks. Like you need to run directly underneath the basket and then go up. You're 6'4", you got the 65 standing dunk, you get the elite or pros or whatever they're called, rim pulls, very strong standing dunks. You probably won't get blocked very often, but you shouldn't even be dunking the ball at this point in the game either. You should be getting a 3 every play. 98 3 ball, guys. Some people, you probably don't need 98 3 ball, but I love having it. The Hall of Fame agent threes, I don't even have to think. I could be on damn near cold and I could shoot a fadeaway and not think my build's gonna hold me back. Only the 83 mid-range shot, guys. I wish I could go at 84 on this build, but there's just no way to make it work so you can get that gold midi magician. I have 83 on my 6'2", no excel to 98 3 ball, and it's just fine. If I'm open, I don't ever miss a midi. 73 PA, just enough to get silver down. My other build's got a 74. I don't see why there would be that much of a difference between one attribute. Getting an 87 pass act and getting that bailout is just unrealistic. If you're gonna have a 98 3 ball, you shouldn't be passing anyway. And then there you go with a 91 speed with ball, pretty standard. Get the Hall of Fame speed booster. As for the defense, you're 6'4", you're only getting a 50 interior D and a 62 perimeter D. I know you guys say there's no defense, but honestly it should be enough. You're 6'4", if you're walled up on a lockdown, as long as they're not drop stepping you, you're not going to get bullied probably in the paint. And if they do drop step you, it doesn't matter how much defense you have, there's nothing you're going to do about it. And then for the physicals, 92 speed, 77 excel, pretty damn basic there. That's basically what you guys should be going with every guard build now at this point this year. Now guys, changes you can make. You can drop the 3 ball to a 96. I don't see why you go with 97 over a 96, because Hall of Fame blinders, very weak badges here. I don't know why a lot of people like to hype it up. I've tried shooting blinders on my gold versus Hall of Fame. I feel no difference. If it's open, it's a standstill. I'm hitting it with a 94 3 ball. I'm even hitting it with a 92 3 ball. So if you do want to drop that 3-pointer, you go 96 3 ball, and then you can put that on the driving dunk. 55 is enough, guys. I've played with plenty of guards. I have a 55 driving dunk. When they're open, they do dunk the ball. You don't have to worry much. It's going to be kind of similar to the 65, where it's like you're not going to get dunks in traffic like you would with a 75, but you will when you're open, and you probably don't have to worry that much. But like I said again, you got 98 3 ball, you shouldn't even have to worry about dunking the ball. You can either go that route, or honestly, you can see I also put some on the PA, the 77 PA. That's what I have on my flow spacing slasher. You get the bronze anneal threader, which is probably like the minimum you probably should have if you want to like be able to pass pretty well. You could drop that PA down, you could drop that driving dunk down on a 36. So like I said, you should be dunking the ball anyway, and put that on defense. But in my opinion, guys, you don't really need defense. A lot of people like to say you do. Like, it's not worth taking a hit on your three-pointer, taking a hit on your dunk just for the 2 or 3 plays of lockdown tries to backdoor you. Like, you're gonna just don't sleep on defense, and you should be fine. Even on a 6'2", on my 6'2s with absolutely no defense, I get stops in the paint if I'm paying attention. So yeah, guys, if I make a next build, I am gonna go 98 3 ball on a 6'4" with no dunk. It's just what I'm gonna try. I don't think I'm making it anytime soon, guys. I'm pretty content with my 6'2" as of right now. So I'm probably just gonna be sticking out with that until I start losing. I'm at a point right now where I'm so ahead of the curve, guys. I'm barely losing in the stage. You guys saw I had a gold overall, and in the stage, that's a pretty rare sight to see. And I'm shooting about like 55% on the season, guys. Nobody's really like, I'm mad. I've basically like Pro 2, bro. Put on Pro 2 dribble pull up. Don't use Ben Mac. I know I said Ben Mac's better in the past. You get more space with it, but it's so hard to time. Pro 2, I could literally time it with my eyes closed. It's so easy. Barely switch timing like Ben Mac does. So yeah, guys, that is going to be the end of the video, guys. And if you guys enjoy the video, guys, make sure you help me out a ton, guys. I'm paying for my thumbnails now, so don't put me in the dust now. Let's try and make it back. So make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell button, leave a comment down below what you want to see next. I'm thinking about either dropping my jump shot video or start posting wagers, guys. I got like 4 wagers to post, and I don't know when I'm gonna upload them. So guys, let me know what you guys want to see next, and I'll see you guys next week, Saturday 6 p.m. Don't miss it. Be Noti gang, man, and I'll see you guys then.